don't like making last-minute changes, but I would much rather do this and have some time to come together and worship and praise and fellowship. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm Pastor Michael Cobb. It is my joy, my privilege to welcome you to this time of worship with the United Methodist Church of Danbury. Lots of things going on. I have a couple of announcements. Up front, I have some bedding and a Thanksgiving bag. These are both for collections that we've been doing for the last several weeks. Technically, yesterday was the last day for the bedding drive. That goes to the homeless shelters in town, because as you have people that leave the shelter during the day, if they're not the ones coming back, then you need clean bedding for the people at night. So that's an ongoing need that we are helping to meet, so thank you for that. I'll be dropping those off tomorrow. And then we also have quite a few Thanksgiving bags. I only brought in one because they're much heavier than they look. But that's something that we'll be able to bless a little bit later on in the service. If you have a bag that you haven't brought in yet, please see Phyllis. I think tomorrow or Tuesday she's looking to drop those off. We had a Footsteps in the Sand meeting last night here. That is an outgrowth of Tres Dias, which some of you may know. It was a great evening. Mark Pierce spoke. We've had small groups, we had communion, we had a great potluck meal. So thanks to those of you who were part of that. I'm hoping that we'll have other opportunities to do that soon. Starting in 2 weeks, we'll be doing our Advent book study. The last book study that we did based on an Adam Hamilton book seemed to go really well, so we're going to do another one. This is called Prepare the Way for the Lord. It looks at the Advent season through the lens of John the Baptist, which is not a way that we typically do it. Books are available on the table just outside the sanctuary. There's an envelope in each one for a $10 donation. We were able to get them inexpensively, so your $10 not only covers the cost of the book, but helps cover the cost of materials for people who want to participate but might have trouble with the financial piece of it. And then last but certainly not least, oh, you know what? One other thing I wanted to share with you. With that Advent study, just on Thursday I picked up new postcards from the printer, which I just thought came out so nice. There are a couple of them on the table outside by name tags if you'd like to grab one or two. We now have a list of a couple of hundred people new to the area that we're going to be inviting to Christmas with us, letting them know about the book study as well. And we printed enough so that everybody can take one or two for friends and neighbors. I'll talk a little bit more a little bit later about inviting people to Christmas worship as being maybe one of the easiest ways of doing church outreach that there is. So we just want to give you all the tools that you might need to do that. And then last but not least, today is our once-a-year charge conference. Again, so glad we could be here early. That gives us time to worship and then get over to Bethel UMC for the charge conference. Those of you who have not yet met our district superintendent, Reverend Heather Sinclair, she will be running part of that. I am mentioning this in part because I've spoken with two people who very much want to be part of the charge conference, but are having a physical problem getting there. And so I've got a tripod, and I'm going to FaceTime them in. If any of you would like to be part of the charge conference, but you don't think you're going to be able to make it into the room, let me know. I've got 5 copies of the agenda on the table just outside in the sanctuary. You can grab one of those and follow along from home. It's better to be in the room, but it's better to participate than not. So that is an option that's available to you. Just please let me know, and I can make that happen. I think that's it. Are there other announcements that should be called to our attention at this time? So you have to take off my glasses because of the glare. Austin's having fun watching the light move. Okay, then let us now continue to prepare our hearts and minds for this time of worship with the music of our prelude.